Today on In the Woodyard, we got a brand new chainsaw. It's an ECHO. Here we go. So this saw was given to us to use by Evergreen Power here in the valley. They've given us a couple other things. It's been awesome. We've got the 7310, and so we got a pretty good relationship with them, and they've been really good to us, and we're going to be able to get some more stuff to demonstrate. So awesome. Now this is the CS, which I think stands for chainsaw. Just guessing. It makes sense. 620PW. This has the full wrap on it. And it's the 620, which is a pro grade saw. It's just under 60 cc's, like 59.8, something like that. What we've got here is a ECHO. It is a CS620PW. CS stands for chainsaw, PW is professional, well, P is professional, W is wrap, because it has the full wrap on it. Now this is a 620, which is actually a 59.8 cc saw, I believe is what this is. This was given to us to use by Evergreen Power, which is in the valley here. They're actually not too far away, and they've been really good to us. We've got a good relationship with them. They've given us the 7310 to use. We've only run a few tanks through that. This is brand new. It made one cut last night. The boys went and picked it up, and I see they made one cut with it. But this ECHO 620, I have heard fantastic things about. Apparently, if you're a person that likes a saw that just works and works great, this is the one. They say the 7310 is obviously just a little bit bigger. It's a 73 cc saw. This is just under 60, but they both run really good. The nice thing about ECHO is they have a really good warranty. I believe it's 5 years, and that's almost unheard of because everybody else is like a year or two maybe. It's got a 24-inch bar and chain on it. Get this up here so you guys can see. It's got a see-through area for where your fuel is. You guys can see that. So you can see how much fuel you got in there. It's got a very simple on-off switch. Let's see if I can bring this over. I'm trying to hold this up while I'm showing you here. So the on-off switch is right here. There it is, that's it. That's on, that's off. Pretty darn simple. And it's tiny, so it's out of your way, so you really don't bump into it. I like that. It just works. It's just so simple. It's got a choke over here, so very simple there. Other than that, it's not as light of a saw as I thought it was going to be. The ECHO 7310 is not a light saw either. It weighs pretty much what all the other 70 cc saws do, and this is probably weighs the same as what all the 60 cc saws do. So we're going to be running this for the first time. Well, I'm going to run it for the first time today. We've got some fuel and oil in it, so we're going to fire it up, and I'm going to do some cutting over here. I got a log already in the grapple of the tractor, and we're going to see what she does. Now, I have heard fantastic things about this saw. Everyone that tells me they've ran these, they say that you're going to love it. They're fantastic. And I guess the guys that get these, a lot of them will port them, and I guess they're just unbelievable. So we're probably not going to do that to this one because it's not ours. It's just ours to use for a while until we get something new. But this little saw, it's a different color than the 7310. I'll show you that in just a minute. This is a brighter orange. The 7310 is more of like a burnt orange, a little darker, but very nice saw. Price on this, I believe, normal price is like $650, but right now I see a lot of places have these for sale for just under $600, like $595, something like that. So if you want to get a pro saw for like $100 more, you can get a pro saw versus a homeowner saw, which would be like their $590. That is a Timberwolf, I believe. Nice saws, I've ran those, they're really good. But this is obviously a better built saw, and that's one of the things that a lot of people ask me, is there really a difference in the pro grade saws? Yes, there is. Big difference. They're made to last a lot longer. They're made tighter tolerances. They're made more solid, better parts, better components. They just are better. So that's one of the things I always recommend people, even if you're only going to cut a little bit, if you've got the money, just get a pro saw. They hold their value so much better too. So if you're ever going to sell it, they're going to hold their value. Great saw. So let's go show you the 7310 compared to this, show you the differences on it, and then we'll do some cutting. So here is the CS7310P, which is professional. So this is a 73 C saw or something right about that. It also has a 24-inch bar and chain on it. Here's the ECHO CS620PW. You can see the color difference. This one's more of a burnt orange, a little darker. This is a brighter orange. I actually really like this. This is a little bit different as far as the color, but looks really nice. So again, it has the full wrap, which the other one does not. So that'll be kind of cool to use. I've always wanted to, I've ran a couple full wraps, not lately, but And they seem nice because you got a handle on both sides. So if you turn sideways, you got that. I know a lot of the professional loggers, the guys that do a lot of felling, especially West Coast, they like the full reps. So that'll be interesting. But I cut a lot in a log pile or a lot of times in the woods. So this would be kind of fun. Now, eventually, I'm going to do a comparison between this ECHO CS620PW and this Husqvarna 562XP. This one is fairly new too. We've only had this a little while. I really like it. It's an awesome saw, so that'll be a good comparison eventually. We'll do that in another video. We'll compare the two, but today we're just going to run this one, play with it a little bit, kind of get my 2 cents on what I think of it. So there she is. It does have the decompression on it, which it also is on 7310. The Husqvarna 562 does not have a decompression. This does not have a primer bulb. The Husqvarna 562 does. Now this saw right here and this saw right here, kind of their top of the line, 2 best saws they make as far as ECHO. So it'll be really nice to try them out. And weight wise, like I said, I don't know, but they actually seem pretty darn close. This one might be a little lighter. I don't know the actual specs. I didn't look it up. I just know that it's supposed to be a fantastic saw, and I'm kind of excited to give it a try here today and see what she'll do, because I really like the 7310. And we've only, like I said, we might have a half a dozen tanks through this one. What everybody says is once you get these broke in, they're fantastic. Guys that have them that cut a lot, they like them every bit as good as any of the 70cc saws that Husqvarna or still make. The nice thing about these saws, in comparison to the Husqvarna or the Steels, these are a lot cheaper, price-wise. I believe the 7310 is right around $1,000, and if you get a 572, you're probably more like $1,400, so about $400 less. And I believe the Steel is maybe even $100 more than that, so like 15. So quite a bit cheaper, and they've got a longer warranty. So what does that tell you? They obviously know their product is good. Same thing with this ECHO CS620PW. This one right here has says 60cc, like I said, just like the 562, but that saw right there is, I think it's right around $1,000, might even be $1,100. I'm not sure exactly, somewhere right around $1,000. Whereas this this ECHO, the CS620P, you can get these right now for $600. So substantially less. So if you're a guy that is frugal and you don't want to spend a lot of money, but yet you want to have another saw in your arsenal, very good choices between these here. Like I said, we run 24-inch bars and chain on all of our saws. That's what we like. Not too big, not too small. We do use the .050 gauge on all of them. So all of our chains are interswappable between all the saws that we run, whether it's a Steel, an ECHO, or a Husqvarna. That's just what we like to run. We do have some bigger saws and some smaller ones, but for the most part, the 60, 70, and 90cc saws, we pretty much all have 24-inch bars on it. We find that those work good for us because of the size wood that we cut. Well, I've got a log right over here in the tractor. What do you say we do some cutting? Okay, here she is. I started it to warm it up. It started on the second pull, so that's awesome. I like that. I'm going to start her back up. I already warmed it up because I didn't want to just take a cold saw and start cutting like a maniac, because I've been known to do that. I got a chunk of wood here, so we're going to do some cutting. This is not a really good piece of wood, so I don't mind cutting a bunch of cookies out of it because it's not good wood. I think it's a piece of willow, if I remember right. So we're going to get her a start here and see what happens. I like that. Sweet. She cuts really good. Oh, wow. They weren't lying. It is nice. Oh, you can tell it's new. The muffler's smoking. Brand new. All right, look at the size of the chips down here. I'll show you guys. So this is the chips it was cutting. Very nice. It cut great. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
All right, let's do another cut. And then I think I'm going to start up the 7310 and cut also and just see the difference, because when you cut them side by side, that's when you really get a feel for what each saw will do. So we're going to do that. That is pretty awesome. Very, very nice. For a 60cc saw, wow, it really cuts nice. And for the price, for $600, awesome. Absolutely awesome. This is gonna be a fun saw to run. I like it. I like it a lot. Very cool. So here I was gonna show this because a couple guys asked about this. Here's how this works. You pull this out, you come around over here, and this locks right in here, and you can open up your tank, your covers, because it's got a notch for it. So that's how that works, which is really cool. I like that. And yeah, very nice. I like it. Okay, let's try the 7310. I'll cut with each of those, with this one and the 7310 back and forth, and just kind of see how they feel. Okay, this has more power. Yeah, the 7310 is awesome. It's an awesome 70cc saw, 73. I like it a lot. They're both nice. And I'm gonna go back to the 620 and just kind of feel the difference again here. Well, there they are. There's the CS620PW, and here is the CS7310P, and there is a difference. This one's a little faster, a little more power, but not very much. This 60cc saw is amazing. It cuts fantastic. I'm anxious to try it against some other 60cc saws, but for $600, it's a steal. It just is. It's almost half the price of the steels. Well, it is about half the price of the steels, and it's about a little more than half of the price of a little less than half the price of the Husqvarna's. So if you're a person that wants a really good saw but doesn't want to pay a lot, this might be your saw. If you haven't tried one out, you should. They're fantastic. I really like them a lot. It's got nothing bad to say. Now, all the experts are telling me, oh, wait, you run a bunch more gas through it, much more tanks through it, it'll wake up. Well, every saw gets better once you get them broke in. And yeah, that's gonna happen. We just don't run them that much, but I plan on using these a whole bunch over the next couple weeks, doing some testing and doing some cutting, so really cool. If you get a chance to try one, do it. Before you buy another saw, try these out. They're pretty dang nice. Or just buy one of each of everything, because more saws is the right number. Kind of like wood. More wood is the right amount of wood. More saws is the right amount of saws, and they are very nice saws. Excellent. I'd have no problem. If I had to use these the rest of my life, I'd have no problem with it. They cut fantastic, and the price is phenomenal, and the warranty is phenomenal. They're just made really good. I like them. For a person that doesn't want a auto tune or a saw that's, you know, computerized, these also are not computerized. They have the adjustments for your high and low over here, so it's a natural saw. If that's your thing, there you go. They're fantastic. They just run really nice. I like them. I like them a lot. There you go, folks. That's it for today. You got to see the new saw, the CS620PW, and it's awesome. That's it for today, folks. You know what to do. Go watch the rest of the videos on my channel. Right now, there's like 14 or 1500 waiting for you to watch right now. You got work to do. Good night, Irene.